So I don't want to make it a habit of showing fighters. No, it's not even a habit. I want fighters doing the wrong thing. So we're gonna get back to the basics of boxing. Let's go.
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? I gotta focus on what I'm focusing on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie.
Thought it was just an off night, or
Everybody has an off night. Everybody has an off night.
Tank Davis is furious after learning that Floyd Mayweather allegedly visited Lamont Roach's training camp ahead of their upcoming rematch. Viewing it as a betrayal by his former mentor, Davis made it clear that for him, it's better to have issues with Floyd than to be on good terms with him. He implied that being too close to Mayweather brings trouble, suggesting that Floyd had done things to him that no one else knows about. While Tank didn't go into specifics, his comments hint at a negative impact Mayweather's influence had on him both personally and professionally. Davis has previously voiced his frustration with Mayweather's behind-the-scenes actions, indicating that their relationship was far more complicated than what was shown publicly. He acknowledged that Floyd had accomplished what he needed to in boxing, but believes focusing on himself is now the best path forward. Tank is determined not to let Mayweather's presence or decisions affect him any longer by distancing himself. He feels he can maintain a clear mindset and stay focused on his own career. With his rematch against Lamont Roach fast approaching, Tank is committed to moving forward without being overshadowed by Mayweather.
You know, he the one told Frank that I was running at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. You know? I don't really think too much of it. He's not going to hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll picture him sitting bad.
Tank Davis recently addressed his relationship with Floyd Mayweather, making it clear that he's now focused on his own career. When asked about Floyd's involvement or potential support, Davis stated that Mayweather has always been the same and has already achieved everything he set out to in boxing. He acknowledged that if he were in Floyd's position, having reached the same level of success, he would likely act in a similar way. Tank expressed that he holds no resentment, understanding that Mayweather has moved on from being actively involved in other fighters' careers. While some might view Mayweather's distance as a lack of support, Davis doesn't take it personally. He recognizes that Floyd has done his part in the sport and is now enjoying the benefits of his legacy, rather than dwelling on his past association with Mayweather. Davis is now fully focused on carving out his own legacy. He's determined to create a name for himself separate from the shadow of his former mentor. Davis understands that his success will depend on his own efforts, discipline, and ability to stay at the top of the sport. With his upcoming rematch against Lamont Roach, he's entirely concentrated on securing a definitive victory and reaffirming his dominance. Tank is not looking for outside validation or assistance. His focus is solely on proving himself and ensuring his place among boxing's elite. Moving forward, Davis makes it clear that his priority is his own career and future, leaving his past relationship with Mayweather behind.
Camp and crew or something, or not?
Floyd outdoing him. He always been like that. You know what I mean? So I gotta focus on what I'm focused on. He already did what he had to do, bro.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie. Me, if I did what I like what he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't fall in like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type of shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking.
Floyd Mayweather has reportedly been offering advice to Lamont Roach after visiting his training camp, sparking controversy in the boxing world. Known for his deep understanding of the sport, Mayweather has always stressed that young fighters often struggle with fundamentals like their jab and technique. His goal, he says, is not just to teach boxing, but to help shape future champions who could become the next big faces of the sport. However, his involvement with Roach has caused tension, particularly with Tank Davis. Tank, who was mentored by Mayweather from the start of his career, now feels betrayed by his former promoter. For years, Mayweather had been in Tank's corner, guiding him to major victories and helping him build his brand. But now, seeing Mayweather offer guidance to his opponent has made Tank question Floyd's loyalty. It's not just about advice, it's about trust. Tank believes that Mayweather's decision to side with Roach is a clear sign of disloyalty. This situation echoes what happened with Frank Martin. Mayweather once worked with Martin, offering tips to improve his game, but later distanced himself. This pattern suggests that Mayweather tends to act in his own best interests, rather than staying committed to one fighter. As Tank prepares for his rematch with Roach, he knows he has to put any feelings of betrayal aside and stay focused on proving himself. With or without Mayweather in his corner, Tank understands that the only way to solidify his legacy is by dominating inside the ring.
A lot of fighters think it's just this. See, a lot of fighters think it's just this. So I don't want to make it a habit of showing fighters. No, it's not even really a habit. I don't want fighters doing the wrong thing. So we're gonna get back to the basics of boxing. The long shot. See the long shot?
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. has offered high praise for Lamont Roach, recognizing him as a serious contender in the sport due to his impressive skills and power. Jones highlighted Roach's ability to adapt in the ring, noting that his strong fundamentals and sharp ring IQ make him a formidable opponent. While many doubted Roach before his fight with Gervonta Davis, his performance proved that he belongs at the highest level of boxing. Jones emphasized Roach's resilience and ability to handle adversity, pointing out that he's faced tough challenges throughout his career and has always improved with each fight. His footwork, defense, and counterpunching abilities make him a well-rounded fighter capable of adjusting his strategy depending on his opponent. Roach isn't just a fighter with heart. He has the technical skills to back it up. Another key factor Jones highlighted was Roach's punching power. While he may not have the same knockout reputation as Davis, Roach has shown that he can hurt his opponents with precision and timing. His ability to land clean, effective shots makes him a serious threat, especially in longer bouts where his accuracy and stamina come into play. Jones also spoke about Roach's discipline and dedication outside the ring. He praised Roach's work ethic, stating that his commitment to training is what allows him to consistently perform at a high level. Unlike some fighters who rely solely on raw athleticism, Roach's success comes from a combination of skill, preparation, and mental toughness. With his growing confidence and refined technique, Jones believes Roach will continue to be a force in boxing. Whether facing Davis in a rematch or taking on another top contender, Roach has shown he's ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Presumably, Tank is supposed to, win this fight. This is the fight that there's not a lot of doubt about him coming out victorious in. So the talk shifts, and we got to know, Roy, from your perspective, Tank Shakur, when you think about that fight being a potential fight this year, how do you see it going?
I ain't gonna really think about that yet because I'm waiting after he finishes his fight with Roach. Roach is not just your average everyday opponent. Roach is a person who knows Tank, who's been around Tank his whole life. This is a different fight. You can't put Roach to the side like that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna win the fight. I don't know that, but Roach cannot be this underrated like that. You understand? You gotta understand that Roach came from basically the same ecosystem as Tank came from. Roach is a very formidable opponent. So I'm not gonna talk about none of that till we get found out. Because what I'm telling you about the other stuff don't really mean that right now.
Okay, let me ask you this, because this did happen.
I'm feeling good always. How you doing?
I'm always good. You're a special fighter. Tank's a special fighter. What do you like about him? What makes him different?
I like that when Tank come to fight, Tank come to knock you out. Tank don't come to just beat you by decision. He come to take you out. He come to try to get the job done best way he can. And he loves to come there and entertain the fans. He's not there to play around. He's trying to smoke you. And that's what life's supposed to be about.
Okay, if you played in the NBA, what would be the team you would choose to play with?
Right now, I'll play Milwaukee.
Why?
I like Dame and I like Giannis.
Roy, did you see what happened between T.O. and Bud?
No. Yeah, I did see. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? Because the whole thing that came out of that, right, was that Tio said, hey, he apologized and he was leveraging racism as promotion.
Right. He don't want no part of Bud. What that means.
Yep.
Speaking of Bud, what are your thoughts on it?
Lamont Roach has made it clear that while his primary goal in every fight is to secure a victory, his ultimate desire is to knock out his opponent. For Roach, stepping into the ring is about more than just winning. It's about making a statement. He has put in countless hours of hard work, dedicating days and nights to perfecting his craft. A knockout win over Gervonta Davis would be a career-defining moment, showcasing his relentless work ethic and determination. Roach sees this as a chance to prove himself on the highest level and cement his place among boxing's elite. Look at where this puts us, he says. We're at the top of our game right now.
Define his
now,
career. According to Romero, Tank remains the
Seeing
face of boxing
and
and one of the most dangerous
That's it for
fighters in the
today's video.
sport. He
Stay
believes that
tuned for
even
more
the
updates.
greatest fighters